You know, it may not have the same effect that it did on a smaller guy, on a bigger guy, but if you sharp, you sharp.
Right.
You know, and I don't gotta knock him out. I just gotta beat him.
Right.
Canelo's not just a puncher. I don't know why. That's
what people believe, huh?
It's just like this. They don't know boxing. They just looking at him being strong.
The bigger man.
He's a great boxer. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
People taking away from his boxing skills and just thinking that he's just this puncher when that's not.
Just good luck. Say. I say to him, I hope we put a good show September. No, not like this.
I think Crawford wants this fight a lot. He wants this fight, and I think he will be more active than Canelo's previous opponent, and he has different mentality. He has champion mentality. I think
the boxing world is buzzing with excitement and surprise as it's confirmed that Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford will finally face off this September. Crawford acknowledged Canelo as the face of boxing and the toughest opponent of his career, calling it the most significant fight of his life. He expressed his desire to share the ring with another great fighter. When asked how he plans to beat Canelo, Crawford gave a confident but brief response: "The fight will show him."
Boxing, he's the best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight for Terence Crawford out there, so that's why Terence Crawford want to take the opportunity to share a ring with another great.
How do you beat him?
You'll see. Come to
Amir Khan chimed in on the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight, saying it's become even bigger and more exciting. While Canelo usually has the edge in size and weight, Khan pointed out that Crawford's recent success has thrown doubt into the mix. He made it clear, size and power aren't everything. To win this fight, you need a sharp ring IQ, speed, strategy, and serious boxing skills. Khan called it a pound-for-pound clash between two of the very best, and even with Crawford stepping up in weight, he thinks it's a razor-close matchup with no obvious winner.
Your fight happened now with Canelo and Crawford, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically, being the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford, but from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tight and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ, the right box IQ, you know what I mean? You need to be smart. And someone like Canelo fighting against Crawford, you need more than power, you need more than speed, you need ring IQ, you need literally everything, because this is the two best pound-for-pound fighters who are going to be fighting each other, even though Crawford is going to be giving away a lot of weight, but I feel that it could go.
Hamza Shiraz believes Canelo Alvarez will win by knockout, citing the significant weight difference as a key factor. He pointed out that jumping from 147 to 168 pounds to face one of the sport's top fighters is a massive challenge, even for someone as talented as Terence Crawford. While he acknowledged that you can never count Crawford out, Shiraz ultimately predicted a Canelo knockout victory.
I think he does win by knockout, and that's only because of the weight. You can't jump up from 54 to 68 fighting the best of the best, even though you're the best yourself. It's too much of a weight jump, man. But listen, you never know. You can't write off Crawford, but I think Canelo will knock him out.
Dmitry Bivol believes Terence Crawford truly wants the fight with Canelo Alvarez and will bring more activity to the ring than Canelo's previous opponent. He praised Crawford's champion mentality, saying it will add excitement to the bout despite the weight difference. Bivol noted that Crawford won't let Canelo dictate the pace or take breaks as he did in his last fight. While he didn't make a prediction, Bivol called it a fascinating and highly competitive matchup.
I think Crawford wants this fight a lot. He wants this fight, and I think he will be more active than Canelo's previous opponent, and he has different mentality. He has champion mentality. I think the fight will be much more interesting.
What do you make of the weight in that fight, the weight difference?
I think Crawford will not let Canelo just walking on the ring when he wants, you know, because we could see this fight. Canelo did everything. When he wanna rest, he could rest easy, you know, in this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, when he wants to work, that guy didn't give him work. It just rest.
You've
And I think with Crawford, it will be harder to rest all.
who do you think wins?
I don't know. It's a very interesting fight, but I don't know.
Jan Banis believes Canelo Alvarez will come out on top, noting that even though Canelo isn't a natural 168-pound fighter, he has a history of stopping much larger opponents. Banis pointed out that some of Canelo's previous opponents likely weighed close to 200 pounds on fight night, yet Canelo still managed to knock them out. He called the upcoming bout intriguing and something fans are eager to witness. Banis also suggested that Terence Crawford take a tune-up fight at 160 pounds to help adjust to bigger opponents, build muscle, and stay sharp while avoiding a long layoff.
More towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68-pounder. He probably really should be at 60, maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So, so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight. At like 60, or like at least at 60, just to get his body, the feeling of somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up in weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now, but I think he should just to stay sharp and that way he don't have like a long layoff or anything like that.
Basinias revealed that if he were coaching Terence Crawford for a fight against Canelo Alvarez, his focus would be on movement, control, and precision. He explained that Crawford would need to avoid the ropes, stay sharp, and constantly change rhythm to disrupt Canelo's timing. He emphasized the importance of footwork, maintaining a tight guard, and using clever setups to stay a step ahead of Canelo, who brings serious power to the ring.
This is what I would say. If I, was working with Terence or something like that, I would have him boxing, boxing, moving, and when he gets that time up, frustrating, And that's the only way I can see him, Terence beat me, Now, Canelo's a puncher, man, So you can't be laying around on the ropes when because he punch you in your arm and hurt you, So you gotta be on. Boxing, moving, little shake here, little fake there, Hands up. Gotta be right, man. I think that's gonna be a great fight, man. People counting Terence out.
Edgar Berlanga believes that in boxing, anything is possible. He praised Terence Crawford as a well-known and exceptional fighter, but noted that Canelo Alvarez holds the advantage in size and weight. While Berlanga respects Crawford's ring intelligence and skill, acknowledging that he can compete with and even outbox anyone, he also warned against underestimating him, despite Canelo's physical edge. Berlanga emphasized that Crawford carries real power and should not be overlooked.
Anything can happen in boxing, And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't.
Roy Jones Jr. shared his thoughts on the potential bout, calling it an intriguing matchup for the sport. While he acknowledged that some may be skeptical about the fight, he believes the outcome could go either way depending on Canelo's approach. Jones cautioned that if Canelo fights carelessly, he could end up losing, but if he employs smart tactics, it will be a tough night for Crawford. He also stressed that Crawford must stay within the weight limit and make the most of his strength, emphasizing that weight management will be a key factor in his success.
Canelo, done deal, looks like the fight is signed. What's your thoughts on this fight, man?
Man, it's a great fight for boxing. I know people don't agree with it, but if Canelo fights one inkling of the wrong fight, he's gonna lose. If he comes out and fights the right fight, it's gonna be a tough one. So right now, I think it's gonna be either way, but it depends on what type of fight Canelo fights.
You've been a guy that moved up in weight class. How do you think Terence Crawford should handle the weight? Should he come in lighter? Should he come right around the weight limit?
Come in as big as he can get. If you get to the weight limit, because there is a weight limit, get to.
Errol Spence Jr. believes Terence Crawford has what it takes to challenge Canelo Alvarez and achieve something truly special. Spence expressed his full support for Crawford, saying he would stand behind him if the fight happens. While he didn't predict an outcome, Spence feels Crawford's pursuit of greatness makes him capable of pulling off the upset. He also noted that since Canelo moved up to 175 pounds to fight opponents like Sergey Kovalev, Crawford, who started his career at 147, should be able to rise to the occasion as well.
I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win or lose, but I'll definitely be going for Crawford, I think. If anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. Yeah. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford?
Brian Bomac McIntyre, Terence Crawford's longtime trainer, kept the details of the potential fight under wraps but made it clear he's excited about the challenge ahead. He expressed confidence in Crawford's ability to rise to the occasion and showcase his elite skills. Bomac called Crawford one of the best fighters in the sport and emphasized that his mission as a coach is to guide him to victory, with full support from the entire team, including Red and Bernie.
How excited are you about it, and break the fight down for us?
Well, I ain't gonna break the fight down for you because I don't want to get a game plan away. But I'm excited for Terence more than anything to get the fight that he wants, to show the world that he's great. He's great, one of the greats that laced up the gloves. And so it's my job as a trainer. It's the job of Saul, the job of Red, whoever else is coming in camp with us, Bernie, to lead him to that win.
Bomac also noted that Crawford must have seen something in Canelo that made him confident enough to call him out. He emphasized that Canelo is being challenged for a reason. Crawford truly believes he can win. Bomac reiterated that the team's full focus is on helping Crawford achieve his goal and come out victorious.
The man must have seen something when he called to Canelo out, because you gotta remember, Bud called Canelo out. So he must see something in order for him to get that win. And he know he can win. So like I said before, it's our job to get him to that point.
Caleb Plant praised Terence Crawford's strength and punching power, highlighting his adaptability and fluidity in switching between orthodox and southpaw stances. He also commended Crawford's ability to control distance, whether fighting on the inside, at mid-range, or from the outside. Plant expressed genuine excitement for the matchup, noting that the unpredictability of the outcome is exactly what makes fans so eager to see it unfold. Interview 13.
I give him a chance. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox, southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside. And he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why, you know, I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring. And, you know.
Plant also advised Crawford to stay true to his own style. He praised Crawford's ability to adapt to different situations and effortlessly switch stances when needed. Plant encouraged Crawford to remain calm, enjoy the experience, and focus on having a strong training camp, understanding that the key to success is letting the fight unfold naturally.
Encourage Terence to be himself. As I said before, from the inside, mid-range, outside, southpaw, right hand, moving left, moving right, he can do it all. So I would encourage him to stay relaxed, go in there, have fun. You know, have a good camp, and let the...
Jim Lampley raised concerns about Terence Crawford's training for a fight against Canelo Alvarez, citing his past struggle with Israel Madrimov as a potential warning sign. Lampley believes Crawford had difficulty adjusting to a higher weight class, and the idea of moving up even further to face a physical powerhouse like Canelo raises doubts. While Lampley acknowledges Crawford's immense talent, he worries that Canelo's strength as a super middleweight could diminish Crawford's usual advantages. Despite having no doubts about Crawford's passion or skill, Lampley is concerned that the weight gain could impact his performance in the ring.
What do you think about the fight now, but you just witnessed Canelo Alvarez again in a masterclass performance?
I love Terence Crawford, and I want him to have what he wants. But off of what I saw tonight and what I saw in Los Angeles last month when Crawford was fighting Madrimov, I am more than ever concerned that he's not big enough, and not big enough to be able to move around the ring and muscle Canelo in the way that he would have to ward off those really vicious inside power shots.
Andre Ward expressed confidence in Terence Crawford's ability to face Canelo Alvarez, despite the significant challenge of moving up in weight. While acknowledging the difficulty of the weight jump, Ward emphasized that no one has yet been able to break Crawford's determination or outsmart him in the ring. He made it clear that he wouldn't bet against Crawford, as no one has shown the ability to defeat him. Ward clarified that his faith in Crawford's abilities isn't meant to undermine Canelo's skills, but rather to highlight his belief in Crawford's capacity to overcome any opponent.
I'm going with Terence Crawford, you know. Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can.
Juan Manuel Marquez expressed some reservations about the potential fight, acknowledging Terence Crawford's exceptional skills in lower weight classes such as super lightweight, welterweight, and super welterweight. However, Marquez voiced concerns about Crawford stepping up in weight, suggesting it may not be the best move. He pointed to Crawford's performance against Israel Madrimov, where Crawford appeared slower and less powerful, implying that moving to a higher weight class could diminish his effectiveness. While Marquez praised Crawford's defensive abilities and punching technique, he believes the weight difference will give Canelo a significant advantage in the fight.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, it has divisions. You know what I mean? You know?
Right, weight classes.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes for and Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimov.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power, and three more divisions. Two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford. But Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches. But I think the weight class is no good for him.
Mikey Garcia discussed the potential Crawford-Canelo fight, expressing that he's not overly excited about it but believes it will likely happen due to the immense financial incentives. Garcia speculated that Crawford would most likely accept the fight for the massive payday, which would be the largest of his career. He also mentioned that Canelo might view the fight as one where he has little to lose, especially considering the potential for a payday of $80 to $100 million or more. Garcia believes Canelo will take on the challenge without hesitation.
Crawford fight, I'm not very excited for it either, but I think they do it because so much money that's being poured out there, and Crawford obviously also would like to take that fight because he's gonna make the biggest paycheck ever. Canelo will see it like a fight that he's not gonna get hurt. Even if he were to lose that fight, he's not getting hurt.
Yeah.
But he is gonna collect fucking 80, 100 million or whatever the fuck he's gonna collect. It's a lot of money. So he'll take it.
Regis Prograis stated that he believes Canelo Alvarez will win, emphasizing that weight classes exist for a reason. While Prograis respects Crawford and considers him one of the best fighters, he feels that Canelo's power, experience, and success in higher weight classes give him a clear advantage in the matchup.
In NOE, they're the best on the planet. But for me, obviously, I'm American. We got to stick with the Americans. So I think Crawford's the best fighter on the planet. But Canelo, I think Canelo just a different monster, bro. They always say this, bro. They make weight class for a reason. So I got Canelo, bro. It's hard for me to. Canelo like the Tank, bro. It's hard for me to go against him. It's hard for me to go against Bud too. But man, with Canelo with going up those weight divisions, I feel like I'm going Canelo.
Prograis admitted that it's a tough call between the two fighters, but he believes Canelo's success in multiple weight classes makes him the more formidable opponent. Despite his admiration for Crawford, Prograis picked Canelo to win. Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez discussed the potential Crawford-Canelo battle, stressing that both fighters must first take care of business in their upcoming matches before focusing on the major showdown. He highlighted the importance of handling their current fights and noted that in modern boxing, a fighter's reputation is built on their most recent performance. Lopez emphasized that it's crucial to see how they perform next before making any predictions about the potential matchup.
That's what it's been talking about. They've been talking about it. I mean, listen, they just got to win their fights first, and then we'll see what happens then. You know what I mean? If they're going to fight before they fight each other, I think that's the smartest thing for both parties. And then we see how they look, and we'll go from there. Because nowadays, in the modern day era, you're only as good as your last fight.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on this potential matchup. Feel free to share your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content.